Hello students, in the previous video we learned about theorem of touching circles. Now in this video we are going to learn about the arc of circle. As we know that this is the arc of the circle, which is the circumference of the circle. Now if we divide here, if we draw a chord which is intersecting to the circle, this is the chord which joins any 2 points of the circle. Now if this chord is here in this circle, and because of that chord, this circle is divided into two parts. This circle is divided into two parts. Now see here, in this circle, this is the center of the circle, which is C, and in which part center of the circle is there. Because of this AB arc, this circle is divided into two parts, and in which part the center of the circle is there, that is the major arc. So major arc means it is the bigger arc. This is the major arc. And in which part center of the circle is not there, which can see small, that is the minor arc. That is the minor arc. Now, as we know that the measure of the whole circle is 360 degree. Measure of whole circle is 360 degree. 360 degree. And if we want to find the measure of, if any arc is given, measure of any arc is given, and if we want to find the another arc, then we can find easily. Suppose the measure of major arc is given, then from 360 when we subtract the measure of this major arc, then we can get the measure of minor arc. Similarly, if the measure of minor arc is given, means the length of this arc is given, then we can find the measure of major arc. So measure of major arc is M for measure of major arc is equal to measure of the circle minus, which is measure of the circle means which is 360, minus measure of corresponding minor arc. Minor arc, that is, it is equal to 360 minus measure of corresponding minor arc. Corresponding minor arc. Similarly, we can find the measure of minor arc by subtracting measure of, if it is given measure of the major arc is given, then we can find measure of the minor arc by subtracting this measure of major arc from 360 degree. Now, in this circle, if we draw, if angle is formed at the center, in this circle, C is the center, and at this center only, if when angle is formed, then it is called the central angle. It is called the central angle. And the part of the circle, the part of the circumference of the circle which is between these two arms of that angle, it is called the intercepted arc. This is the intercepted arc. Intercepted arc, and this is the central angle. and measure of intercepted arc is equal to the measure of central angle. So measure of central angle, it is equal to the measure of corresponding intercepted arc. Corresponding intercepted arc. And now here this part of the circle is between these two arms of that angle, that's why it is the intercepted arc by this angle. Now if any angle is formed, because why it is the central angle? The center of the circle is the vertex of that angle. Suppose here CAB, the center of the circle is also the vertex of that angle, that's why it is a central angle. And now here if this angle is here, you can say this angle DAB, here also angle is formed, but the vertex of that angle is on the circumference of the circle. Vertex of this angle is on the circumference of the circle, that's why it is inscribed angle. This is inscribed angle. Inscribed angle. And this angle is inscribed in this arc. This angle ADB is inscribed in this arc ADB only. And the part which is between, again the part of the circle which is between the two arms of that angle, this is the intercepted arc. Now this arc is intercepted by this central angle also, and this arc is also intercepted by this inscribed angle. And if we know this, if we measure this angle, central angle and inscribed angle, already we learned in the previous class, we know the relation between the inscribed angle and central angle, or inscribed angle and intercepted arc. As we know that measure of central angle is equal to the measure of corresponding intercepted arc, and measure of this inscribed angle is half of the intercepted arc. Measure of inscribed angle is equal to half of measure of corresponding intercepted arc. Means this angle is half of this measure of this arc. Means in other way we can say that measure of intercepted arc is double of the inscribed angle. And the same relation between this inscribed angle and central angle, because this measure of this arc, intercepted arc and central angles are same, that's why measure of inscribed angle is also half of the central angle. Now this part we learned already in the previous class. But if any chord is here in the circle, if we draw this chord, this is the center of the circle, and if we draw this chord here, which is because of this circle is divided into two parts, which is the diameter. Now this is the chord which is the longest chord, which is called the diameter, and because of the diameter this circle is divided into two equal parts. And as we know that the measure of whole circle is 360 degree, that's why measure of this semicircle, it is also called the semicircle, measure of this semicircle is 180 degree. And if in semicircle, if any angle is inscribed, if any angle is inscribed, then measure of this inscribed angle is 90 degree. Measure of, because here as we know that this part is measure of this part is 180 degree and this part is double of this inscribed angle, and that's why, or this inscribed angle, measure of inscribed angle is half of the corresponding intercepted arc, and corresponding intercepted arc is 180 degree, that's why half of that, which is 90 degree. So if any angle is inscribed in the semicircle, measure of that inscribed angle is 90 degree only, means these are the right angles. So this part already we learned in the previous classes. Now the next part is there, congruence of circles. Congruence of circles. Sorry, congruence of arcs. Congruence of arc. How we can, if concentric circles are there, if concentric circles are there, and here only we learn that measure of the central angle, it is equal to the measure of intercepted arc, and if the same if these arcs are intercepted by the same angle, by the same central angle, then is it congruent or what, we will see now. Here congruence of arcs. This is the one circle. I am drawing the another circle also. Now, if in this figure, if we draw the arcs, sorry, central angle, suppose now here, from here, this is the radii, and here. Now, if the measure of this angle is 70 degree, measure of this angle is 70 degree, and before that only we learn measure of arc is equal to, intercepted arc is equal to measure of the central angle. Now here, this arc is also intercepted by this angle only, and this arc is also intercepted by this angle. But these are the two different circles which are the concentric circles, because the center is same of this both circle. Is it the length of this arc of this both circle is same? Here from observation also we can understand it is not same. Now means from this we should understand here, measure of this intercepted arc is not only depends on measure of the central angle. It measure, if concentric circles are there with the different radius, then the length of this arc is also different, means measure of this arc is also different. So when when we can say these two arcs are congruent, when the two congruent arcs, two congruent circles are there with the same radii, with the same central angle, then these two arcs are congruent. When the radius is same, or when these two circles are congruent with the same central angle, then these two arcs are congruent to each other. Means it depends on radius of the circle also and measure of the central angle. Now the next part we will learn in the next video. I hope you have understood about this central angle, measure of the arcs and congruence of arc. Thank you, students.